name is Billy Brown, and I am born and raised in Dade City, Florida. WREC was founded in 1941. The name came about because of the river that ran through the three major counties that we were serving, Pasco, Hernando, and Citrus. There were very few farms and ranches that had electricity. Most of that was confined to urban areas, and they could not get the investor-owns to build out into the rural areas because there wasn't enough money there for them at the time. And that was the reason for the formation of the co-op.
My name's Ricky Davis, and I'm the general manager and CEO here at Clay Electric in Keystone Heights. And you know, Keystone is where I grew up. I've been part of this company for 39 years. I actually went to Keystone Heights School, 1 through 12, and I always had my eyes on Clay Electric and wanted to work here at Clay Electric. We were originally put together to help the rural areas. So I picture it as most of the people here are your laid back, you know, type that wanna still put their hand out and shake your hand and say, I'm proud to be a cooperative member and I'm proud to work at a Clay Electric.
The word co-ops and member-owned means that it is an organization for the members, and if, in fact, the co-op makes a profit, it is allocated back to the members in accordance with ever how many kilowatt hours they have used. Over the years, we have refunded to our members nearly $400 million.
These men here and women here that work for this cooperative are your neighbors. They come day or night to serve you because they're your neighbors and they truly care about you.
We had a trouble call a few weeks ago. Lady was on oxygen. She was running low on oxygen and pretty worried about it. We were able to fix the problem in a short period of time and got her back in power, and the look of relief on her face was great.
You know, I guess one of the things I'm most proud of is the culture that we have built here.
My father started at Withlacoochee River Electric in 1960 at age 18, and he worked for 42 years here. So growing up here, growing up in this community, knowing what I knew about Withlacoochee River Electric, I certainly wanted to be a part of this company. This company is a place where it serves the members with their hearts. We live here in this community, and we serve these members here in this community.
The people that we hired early on and right on through up to date mostly have come off the farms and ranches in these counties.
I graduated high school. I had no clue what I was going to do, and I didn't want to go to college, and I know a bunch of people that work there. I talked to them and they said, it's a good job, you should try for it. So I did, and I don't know where I'd have been if I didn't get this job. It did great for me.
In training, it takes 5 years at least to make a journeyman lineman. We have linemen now, of course, with a little overtime, make $100,000 a year. And most kids go into college with degrees that they can't make a living out of. They can't make that kind of money.
We got some of the best employees, I'm gonna say, in the nation. Some really educated employees. We've got linemen that have been well trained. I was a lineman early on, so I'm sort of partial to linemen. Without linemen, we would have no power. So, I mean, we can sit here and say, well, we need all these different departments, but if you don't have somebody to put the line up, you don't have power. If the power goes out during a hurricane, we don't call the engineers, we call the linemen. So I tell people, you know, I say lineman is still the core of this company.
We'll go help churches, schools, do things with them financially and with our trucks and our personal time to give back to the community.
We have 7 principles of Clay Electric, and one of our principles is concern for community. And so all of our employees are engaged in the community, whether it's Rotary Club or whether it's the American Cancer Society or all those different organizations. I think Clay Electric, of course, is the biggest employer in a small town like this. Our community looks to Clay Electric for a lot of different things. Our employees here are good about supporting the communities.
We're always trying to help our community. We're always trying to help them. Even after hours, we pull off side of the road. If somebody needs help, somebody needs help at their home, anything we can do, we're always into doing it. It's not just a job, it's more of a life.
We promote our employees to help. We promote our employees to, hey, it's fine to stop. You know, some companies might say, well, you shouldn't stop because you're on the clock. But since we're so concerned about our communities, how can you go by somebody that's broke down in your community and not stop, not help them change that tire? We want you to be the one that stops and take that time to show, hey, we are part of this community and we're going to help this community.
You know, we've got a lot of programs here that we've started over the years. Our Operation Roundup program, we started where people could round up their bill to the next dollar. And out of that, we have disbursed over $2 million to 600 families that had a major catastrophe through no fault of their own to get them back on their feet. We started a Vincent Academy in Hernando County. We are building a $2.5 million Vincent Academy in Pasco County. You know, some form of mental illness is a huge problem. And this is a program to try to get them back on their feet and get them back into the community. Withlacoochee provides 110 $11,000 scholarships annually to children of co-op members. That is $1,210,000 a year. Not just 1 year, but every year. And we will continue to be able to do that without any cost to our members.
People don't realize how unsafe it is. And these guys are out there. They are first responders, and they're out there and they're working in terrible conditions. But I tell you what, they're doing it with a smile on their face because that's what they love.
Before they can do anything, they have got to have a tailgate session, talk about what they're going to do and how they're going to do it.
When you're up there working, you're around an energized line, and we follow a protocol with our PPE and everything, but you are one wrong move away from, at minimal, losing a limb or at worst, your life.
All our guys at the co-op go home every day to our family. That's the biggest thing.
The story I'd like to tell you is about a lady that came to us after being out of power for about a week and a half. She came to us asking us if it was something that she could do for us instead of something that we could do for her. We told her, no ma'am, we were well taken care of. And she got to talking with me and asked me where we were from. And I told her that we were from the cooperative out of Dade City, Florida. And she was amazed that we would drive from Dade City, Florida to Florence, South Carolina to help them in time of need. And I explained to her that's what we did. And that's how cooperatives work and help each other.
The look in people's eyes when you get called out on an outage, there's no feeling that I can explain. It feels good.
You know, when you talk about the brotherhood of linemen, I think that you talk about a group that really wants to take care of each other, okay? They sort of came up together maybe, and they've worked together, some of them for years. They've watched out for each other, but there is that brotherhood. There is that I'll watch your back, you watch my back type thing. And if you ever need anything, let me know.
Well, it's not becoming a part of, it's just something that we do, because we're out here to accomplish the same goal.
You hear a camaraderie second to none. You hear laughter, you hear jokes, they pick at one another all the time. We very seldom call each other by their real name. We call each other by nicknames.
In a day's time, how much do you talk to your wife or kids or whatever at home? You're only home for certain hours. We're together 10, 12 hours a day.
You want to go home yourself and get home to your family, but your brother's out there working, so you want to give them a hand and make the process go a little quicker.
If someone needs help on the weekend, we get together and we help them. It's just, you're a family, you take care of your family.
Well, certainly they are a brotherhood. They look out for one another. You keep an eye on your sidekick. You make sure he gets home at night just like you do. And they reflect on a great organization our linemen do. They are really the key to what we do here. Everything going all right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Looks like y'all doing a good job.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Anything I can do for y'all?
Yes, sir. I'm pretty happy.
Good for you.
Very happy.
Yes, sir.
These guys work hard every day. They do a great job.
Well, I know they do. They're what makes this co-op good, and we certainly appreciate all they do. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it with you guys, and again, I appreciate the work you do. Y'all take care of yourselves.
Yes, sir.
Be
Thank
safe.
you. Thank you.
Sir.
The culture here is family oriented. We care about each other here. I think this culture starts from the top, and I'm gonna say from the top from our board, okay? Our board are elected from all of our members. They have districts, 9 different districts. They're elected from them, the members. And our member base, a lot of it is rural. And they're maybe farmers, maybe they're, from different ways of life. They're concerned about the community. They're concerned about the people that put them in the office because they were elected to that office by the people that we serve. And they're concerned about the employees. They're concerned about the well-being of the employees. And the employees know that. So that makes them want to work harder. And I think that's the reason you see the culture that you do when you run into that lineman is because, they're part of Clay Electric. They're part of a home-based, family-oriented culture here.
One thing is what Withlacoochee really means to the community. We're going to continue to look for ways that will be benefit to our members, of course, to give them as efficient and as quality electric service that we can do. But in addition, our mission here at Withlacoochee is to do anything that we can do to improve the quality of life in the communities that we serve. And it won't do anything but get better, I believe.